Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Running back with the football. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Hughes. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down. Early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start for this big playoff game.
Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Tulane. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. The offense with plenty of field to work with, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's running out of time here. Ball is free in the backfield. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
The Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Duke's offense back on the field now. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. We go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. He'll hand it off.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
And the Dukes will bring their punt team onto the field. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Grab behind the line, it's Williams. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and a quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
The offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Looking to throw it on first down. Using his legs here. Finding some room at the 25. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The Dukes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. That one's broken up, incomplete, and time has expired in the first quarter.
James Madison, 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking to scramble now. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Green Wave. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
But aggressive approach by this offense backfires. The defense not fooled at all. Good job of stepping in front of this throw, and they take it back for a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. And the PAT stretches the lead to 17-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. James Madison's offense back out there now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Dukes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it. Enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And the quarterback keeps it here. And he's got it already past the first down marker. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
He'll take a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Looking to throw. It's Barnett. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Dukes lining up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Now the important point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Now it's 2nd down here. A short completion to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to chuck it again. Throws to the tight end. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And the wideout goes in motion. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. On the run, it's Hughes. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Tulane. He would not be denied. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes it a 17-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Quick throw over the middle. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
They've converted one of their two fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. From the shotgun, drops back. He fires it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Trying to extend the play. Launches downfield. He's got a man down the middle. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
And the Dukes will line up on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. See if they can convert the point after. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded by one of the up men. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Duke's offense back on the field now. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Snags the quick throw. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Barnett. Defense is coming after him. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Touchdown, Dukes. And the comeback continues. And they'll set up with PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground?
Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
Looking for a gap, it's Hughes. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. A missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this. I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it. Just misses it.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. They do it for a second time. Looking to throw again. Pressure is coming. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
Tough spot here, second and long at the 20. To throw, it's Barnett. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Never underestimate a defensive lineman's ability to play the passing lanes. Smart defensive linemen keep an eye on the quarterback, and if they see the ball coming out, they're able to get those big, long arms up and try to get a piece of it.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. He'll try a pass here. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
The pocket breaking down, and he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with play.
And they've got him. A sack with the defense. They'll take momentum into the final quarter of play.
Madison, 21.
They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's swarmed by the defense.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be 4th down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. We'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this 4th down play.
So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. Man, looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Well, we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's 4th down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt him, and they did for a touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. James Madison's offense back out there now. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. The sure hands. It's Ross. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The Dukes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Hey, here's some positive yards. You love to see that. Now you've got a chance here to continue to attack this defense. They're trying not to give up the big plays, but down by a couple scores, you got to get a quick touchdown and hope to be able to get the ball back.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. That clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion. First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Touchdown, Tulane. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Here comes the point after attempt. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game. Up 17 here in the fourth. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
21.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
And the Dukes come to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
On third and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here, just not able to hit it.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes a quick grab. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut into this lead. The offense starts with excellent field position. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught quickly. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having the lead here in the fourth.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Play action fake, looking to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
The offense threatening now, first and goal. Touchdown, Green Wave. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
Point after, knocked right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
21.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Dukes offense back on the field now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Back to throw. It's Barnett. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Catch made on the left side. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Catch made across the middle by the running back. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Decision to go for it doesn't work out this time.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm